Hi everyone, welcome back to my continuing series of Gunpla Shops of Hong Kong 2012, and if you'd like to see the rest of the series then click on my name. You'll be brought to my channel as you see here, and if you click on the right hand side and scroll down a little bit and click on Gunpla Shops, you'll see all the rest of the series as and when I update them. There's already 4 parts in there, so please have a look if you're interested. Now today we're going to have a look at the CTMA Centre, and for that it looks like this. Again, we're still in the Mong area of Hong Kong, and really you're going to be travelling and visiting this station quite often, which is the Yamate station here. And what I've done on this map is I've made point A as the A2 exit, which is clearly labelled when you're in the MTR subway, but it's all underground, so you've got various exits that you can come out of. So A2 you come out is where we're going to, and it's quite a straightforward route. You just walk up along Nathan Road, turn right, Dundas Street right there, and previously we've been going along over this side. Well, today we're going to take a little detour, turn off on the left, and we're going to go to an area. There's a few shops here which we'll get into in some other discussions, but today we're going to the CTMA Centre, which is right here. Of note, there is also the Sino Centre up here, and there's also the Animate shop down here, but we'll talk about that very soon. So let's just show you what it looks like, because at ground level, well, everything looks kind of well hidden. So what you're going to do is just go forward a little bit, and there is an entrance here on the left to the SEMA Centre. It's actually quite well hidden, and there it is, SEMA Centre right there. And you go in, and it looks it's actually much bigger than it looks. I mean, you could easily walk past that and not think anything of it, but inside you're going to find a lot of toy shops, not necessarily model shops, but a lot of toy shops, that's for sure. And just for reference only, we'll talk about this in the next video perhaps, if you go down this street and on your left you're going to find the Animate shop, which is, see if we zoom in a bit, which is right there, but we'll get into that in more detail perhaps in the next video. Okay, let's head into the SEMA Centre and see what you're going to find. The thing with the CTMA Centre is there's a couple of floors to it, and really we're only interested in the one. I think the ground floor kind of sells kind of girls things. I'm not too sure. There's a few figures and things like that. A lot of the kind of cute, you know, sort of figurines and little gashapon type things. And there are a few things that we would probably be interested in as Gunpla modelers, but certainly I think it's the second floor or perhaps the third one. I really can't remember, but you'll know it when you get there. And there's 2 shops in there of note really, and the first one being a shop called Toy Hunters. So let's take a quick look at their shop front, because it is really quite nice. And as far as I can gather, I mean, there's a Saint Seiya right there, some more really cool things. And I'm not sure what this is, but it looks a bit like Lord of the Rings, this one. So if you know, please leave a comment and tell me. And I think these are some Machine Krugers. I'm not too sure either. I'm not very, aside from Gundam, I'm not really too sure about all the other series. But what I can tell you is what you're looking at here is the best paint job I have ever seen on an actual model. So that is amazing. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit more detail later on. But here's a shop. This is a shop called Toy Hunters. And whilst the video loops here, I'll just talk a bit more about it. As far as I can tell, this shop seems to be the kind of place that does exclusive models, you know, the kind of one-off, or, well, perhaps not one-off, but certainly limited edition runs of, you know, kind of movie items. There's a lot of, certainly every time I come here, every year perhaps, there's always a great big Terminator bust on show that looks just incredible. It's so realistic. There's always some Iron Man and, you know, all the kind of film memorabilia, I guess. But certainly for us, there are a few Gundam things in there, and there's a lot of Saint Seiya and all the kind of popular, you know, Dragon Ball Z and all that sort of stuff. And oh, and Aliens as well. There's a lot of So certainly an interesting shop, and you know, perhaps one of you guys can tell me what we're looking at here, because this model is amazing. It's kind of the same size as perhaps a 1 to 48 cell Gundam, but the weathering paint job on it is fantastic. So let's just take a look at a slightly different video, and we'll take you through that way. So yeah, let's take a look at this then. So if anybody knows what this is, please let me know. But look at the quality of that. It's certainly quite inspiring as to you know, what level you can achieve or aspire to achieve anyway, because this paint job is fantastic. I really do hope the camera is picking up and doing it justice there. It's just fantastic. For a big kit, the amount of detail on this is exquisite. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than it just looks absolutely real. And I think these are machine Krugers, I'm not too sure, but again, it's very what was that game on the that was underwater? Anyway, it's very very realistic, the kind of rusted paint job that they do on this. So I'm just going to let this play without talking, just to show you guys, hopefully let you guys appreciate a little bit better. Okay, so let's move on to the next. That cannon is really awesome, by the way. The way it's kind of red and a completely different colour. It's almost like it's oxidized. Okay, so let's take a look at and just to finish off with Toy Hunters, here's a few more shots I took of all their other stuff. So you can see a nice first Iron Man, as well as his second kind of suit. I thought I was going to say War Machine then, but there's a really cool set piece, and a few other DC things as well as Predator. So very much, yes, it's a toy shop, but I think the things in here are so expensive, I really don't think you could call it a toy shop. More like a memorabilia shop, I guess. Some really nice Star Wars figurines, really, really well detailed. And in there, I'm sure you can see, that is a huge Predator bust, I think. It is literally life-size, that thing. So, yeah, I mean, I wasn't really even checking the prices around in this shop. I just come here to kind of appreciate what's out on the market, really. Not really too into this kind of stuff. Now, if it were a Gundam, I'm not sure if I would still shell out the kind of money that they're asking for at places like this. But certainly, perhaps a unique collection for somebody, if you're interested. Okay, so that is Toy Hunter, and the other notable shop in this CTMA centre is a shop called Superman Toys. Now, I don't have great footage of this because they were very strict on the old camera footage, but what I can show is they got a very interesting shop front. So first up, I do really like this logo, by the way. Very very distinctive. But here's their little shop window. So yeah, I don't even know how to describe this, to be honest. It is just it's just like an explosion of toys in there. So all kinds of stuff, mostly a lot of Nintendo merchandise in this shop, I notice. But this is more of a, now Superman Toys is more, yeah, they have a few Gundam things in there, they have a lot of Godzilla things for some reason, but they seem to have a lot of game related stuff. So, you know, all your Nintendo, you know, Super Mario, all that sort of stuff. There's your Sega Sonic, Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z, you know, Monster Hunter, all kinds of anime related stuff, really. So yeah, to sum it all up, CTMA Centre, it's more of a place to get some variety. Yeah, there's a few Gundam things, not much Gunpla to be honest, not much even in the way of modelling related items. But I thought I'd show you guys just because, you know, if you're interested in your gashapons or toys or action figures, Zoids, Transformers, things like that, you know, things that are already built basically, then come here and have a look. There's a big wide selection. Between there's more shops than this, but really the two shops I'm showing you now are the main ones. And also definitely have a look at Toy Hunter, because it's got some very special one-offs and some of the most detailed craftsmanship I've seen put into a model. So if you want to have a look at some really nice items and really good sort of painting that you can aspire to, as well as weathering I should say, then have a look. You can walk in there, you can see all kinds of stuff in the back, but in the shop front they're going to have a lot for you. So that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video, so thanks for watching.